is the plant manager of Honda Motor Company, and he wants to determine the product mix that will result in maximum profit. He is able to determine the data necessary for him to make a decision. It will take 12 minutes to weld 1 unit of Accord and 20 minutes to weld 1 unit of Civic, and he has a total of 240 minutes available for the welding process per day. It will take 14 minutes to assemble 1 unit of Accord and 12 minutes to assemble 1 unit of Civic, and he has a total of 168 minutes available for the assembly process per day. It will take 20 minutes to paint 1 unit of Accord and 10 minutes to paint 1 unit of Civic, and he has a total of 200 minutes available for the painting process per day. They will earn $7,000 for every unit of Accord produced and $6,000 for every unit of Civic produced. How many units of Accord and Civic should be produced per day to maximize profits? How much is the total profit?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are across the globe right now. I want to greet you. Good day and welcome to our presentation regarding linear programming special cases. So basically, when we say special cases, these are still a linear programming problem, but those problems are the problems without any feasible solution. That's why they are called special cases. Now, for the special cases of linear programming, we have actually 4 types. The first type is the alternate optimal solution. The second is the redundancy. The third one is the infeasibility. And the fourth one is the unboundedness. Alright, so for this discussion, I will teach first the alternate optimal solution. Okay, so we have actually the Honda as our example, the Honda company and the production of the Accord and the Civic unit for the alternate optimal solution. Okay, so let's start our example. So alternate optimal solution, by the way, guys, this is used in a situation wherein there are more than one optimal solutions to the problem. So, later on, malalaman ninyo kung bakit siya tinawag na alternate optimal solution based sa ating discussion and of course, sa ating gagawing computation. So, let's have the problem first. Based on the problem, Marvin is the plant manager of Honda Motor Company and he wants to determine the product that will result in maximum profit. He is able to determine the data necessary for him to make a decision. So, based sa data na nagather niya, it will take 12 minutes to weld 1 unit of Accord and 20 minutes to weld 1 unit of Civic. And he has a total of 240 minutes available for the welding process per day. It will take 14 minutes to assemble 1 unit of Accord and 12 minutes to assemble 1 unit of Civic, and he has a total of 168 minutes available for the assembly process per day. It will take 20 minutes to paint 1 unit of Accord and 10 minutes to paint 1 unit of Civic, and he has a total of 200 minutes available for the painting process per day. They will earn $7,000 for every unit of Accord produced and $6,000 for every unit of Civic produced. So the question is, how many units of Accord and Civic should be produced per day to maximize profits, and how much is the total profit? So basically, we have 2 products that needs to be produced, the Accord and the Civic. And to be able, based on the problem, to be able to produce that 2 products, we have 3 major processes, which are welding process, and the second one is the assembly process, and the last one, the painting process. So, what we need to do now is to have the linear programming solution that will have us, or that will give us the maximum profit by considering the limitations na binibigay ng ating problem. So, sige, I have here the summary of the given values in the table form. Now, as you can see, we have the welding, assembly, and painting. They will be the constraint na gagamitin natin dahil sila yung binigay sa ating problem na meron tayong limit. No? And the limit is 240 minutes per day lang daw ang meron tayong available time for us to be able to have the welding process. No? Same with the assembly, 168 lang. And for the painting process, 200 lang. No? And yun yung limit natin, yung available, no, na minuto kada araw. For the production naman ng magkaibang unit, of course, since magkaibang unit sila, they are requiring different time standard or standard time for the processes, for the welding, assembly, and painting. Kaya as you can see, magkaiba yung time, no? For the Civic, mas matagal siya ng konti compared sa Accord. 20 minutes siya compared sa 12, no? Pagdating naman sa assembly, medyo mas matagal si Accord, 14 versus sa 12 ni Civic. And sa painting, Accord din yung mas matagal, 20 and 10. Every unit na mapoproduce natin for our X sub 1, and that is Accord, no? Every unit will be having a profit, no, additional profit of $7,000, and every unit of X sub 2 or the Civic, that will give us a additional profit of $6,000. So our goal again is to maximize. As you can see, based sa ating sign, no, it is less than or equal kasi nga po ang ating goal is to maximize the profit. So sige, let's start our computation. Alright, for the first part of our computation, what we need to do is, of course, isulat muna natin ang ating objective function. So, I have here my writing tab with me. Gamitin natin kulay, siguro white tayo para madaling makita. So, let's have our objective function. Okay, objective function natin is, of course, max Z. Z stands for profit, and magkano yung additional, no? Even ito ay naka thousands, guys. Ang isusulat na lang natin is yung 7 and yung 6. Consider na siya as 1,000 after, no? Sa dulo natin idagdag ulit yung 30. So, we have 7 x sub 1 plus we have 6 x sub 2. Okay? And this objective function is all subject to constraints. For our first constraint, we have 12 x sub 1. Saan po nang gagaling ito? Ito. 12, 20, and 240. So, yan. 12 x sub 1 plus 20 x sub 2 is less than or equals to 240. Okay? So, next we have the second constraint. For the second constraint, we have 14 x sub 1 plus we have 12 x sub 2. Ulat natin 12 x sub 2 less than or equals to 168. Okay. So, next, third constraint, 20 x sub 1 plus we have 10 x sub 2 less than or equals to 200. And we have fourth constraint. Sabi natin sa fourth constraint, our x sub 1 and of course our x sub 2 should be greater than or equals to 0. Now, pwedeng mag-0 ang value, pero bawal mag-negative. So, ayan ang sinasabi ng ating last na constraint. I-delete natin ito. Yan. Okay. So, next step natin, nasulat na natin ang ating objective function and of course, ang ating constraints. What we should do now is to solve for our coordinate pair. No? Pero for us to be able to have the coordinate pair, i-convert natin itong objective function natin and our constraint dapat maging ano muna ito. Dapat maging dapat maging equality, no? So, during our computation for our constraints and for our coordinate pair, gawin na natin siyang equality, no? So, sige, let's have our computation for our first constraint. Isiwan na lang natin siya para maalala natin na constraint 1 yan. So, for the first constraint, we have the equation x sub 12 x sub 1 plus 20 x sub 2 equals, equality na po 240 para makuha na natin yung sagad agad siya, no? Naka-equate agad siya sa 240. So, let's have our x sub 1 to be 0 para ang una nating makuha is yung value ng x sub 2. So, 12 multiplied to 0 plus 20 x sub 2 equals 240. So, definitely this will be cancelled. And divide natin both sides to 20 para maiwan ang x sub 2, no? So, x sub 2 will be 240 divided by 20. Use your calculator. We will be having an answer of 12. So, basically, if our x sub 1 is 0, our x sub 2 will be 12. So, yan. Meron na tayong first point for our constraint 1. No? So, let x sub 2 naman, dito tayo sa kabila. Let x sub 2 to be 0. And copy ulit ang ating equation. We have 12 x sub 1 plus 20 multiplied to 0. Equate na natin sila sa 240. Basically, cancel ito. Then, divide natin both sides by 12. No? So, cancel, and x sub 1 natin will be 240 divided by 12. Ang sagot natin using the calculator will be 20. So, basically, our next na point, no? Second point natin, if ang x sub 2 daw is 0, so ang x sub 1 natin ay magiging 20. So, yan. Makakagawa na tayo ng isang line, no? Dahil may dalawang point tayo. Pero, for now, let's proceed muna. Huwag niyong kakalimutan niya. Ayan yung unang dalawang point natin for the constraint number 1. For the constraint number 2 muna tayo before tayo mag-graph. So let's proceed with our constraint 2. And our equation, ito siya. No? Copy natin ito. We have 14 x sub 1 plus 12 x sub 2. Equate na agad natin sila sa ating RHS na 168. Okay, so let's have our x sub 1 na value niya as 0. So, 14 multiplied natin sa 0 plus 12 x sub 2 equals 168. So, cancel ito. And, i-divide natin both sides sa ating coefficient na 12 para makancel siya. So, x sub 2 equals 168 divided by 12. No? So, using our calculator, 168 divided by 12 will give us a value of 14. Okay. So, 14. Ibig pong sabihin, our point will be 0 and 14. Alright. Now, okay na tayo sa isang point, no? Proceed naman tayo sa x sub 2 bilang 0. So, let x sub 2 equals 0. So, for the equation, we have 14. Sabayan nyo ako, maganda guys, na habang pinapanood nyo yung ating discussion, no, meron din kayong pen and paper, of course, your calculator with you para masasabayan nyo ako sa computation. So, 14 x sub 1 plus, we have 12 multiplied to 0. Equate natin ito to 168. So, this will be cancelled. Divide natin ito sa 14. No? And of course, ito for 14. So, x sub 1 equals 168 divided by 14. This will give us a value of 12. Equals 12. Okay. So, meaning, if our if our x sub 2 is 0, our x sub 1 na value will be 12. So, ayan, meron na tayo pangalawang point for our constraint number 2. Let's have now our constraint number 3. Compute natin. So, our equation for constraint number 3 is 20 x sub 1 plus we have 10. No? I hope naaalala nyo pa. Galing po ito doon sa table. So, balikan natin para hindi malimutan. So, 20, 10, and 200. Diyan lang po yan nang gagaling lahat. No? So, we have 20, 10, and equate natin to sa 200. So, first, let x sub 1 equals 0. So, let's have 20 multiplied to 0 plus 10. X sub 2 equals 200. Cancel natin ito. Divide natin ito to 10. Sorry, this is 10. So, cancel. Our x sub 2 will be 200 divided by 20. 200 divided by 10 is 20. Yan. Okay. So, mayroon na tayong first point for our C3. No? And ang ating first point at medyo, wait lang ha. Nahihirapan ako dito. Sa taas ko na lang isulat yung ating first point. Sige, getting ink white. Okay. So, yan. Nasa na tayo? Ang ating point daw, if ang x sub 1 is 0, ang ating magiging point is 0 and 20. Okay. No, so, let x sub 2 naman tayo equal 0. So, copy ang ating equation. 20 x sub 1 plus 10 magiging 0 equals 200. Okay? So, cancel. Divide natin ito to 20. And of course, kapag nag-divide ka dyan ng 20, divide ka rin sa kabila ng 20. So, x sub 1 will be 200 divided by 20. That is 10. Ibig pong sabihin, kapag ang x sub 2 is 0, ang ating magiging x sub 1 is 10. No? So, 10 and 0. And kapag ganyan, pwede na nating i-graph ang ating mga points, no? So, sige, let's have our graph na. Ang highest so far, pag samasamahin natin ang ating mga points for C1, for C2, and for C3 para makita natin sila magkakasama. Pwede rin yan gawin, no? So, C3, unahin natin C3 kasi nandito tayo sa page ng C3. 0, 20, and 10, and 0. For the C1, 0, 12, and 20, 0. 0, 12, and 20, 0. For C2, ang una niya dito. So, yan. 0, 14, and 12, 0. 0, 14, and 12, 0. Okay. So, ayan na yung mga ating coordinate pairs. Sige. Ang highest ngayon, titingnan natin, ang highest natin is 20, no? So, para hindi kayo mahirapan mag-plot ng mga graph natin, dapat hanggang 20 ang gagawin natin. So, buuin natin itong slide na to sa graph lang. So, yan. Yan. Assuming pantay yung guhit ko. Yan, kunyari pantay. We have by 2s na lang siguro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yan, pwede na yan. No? Tapos, yan. Alright. Kunyari ulit, pantay. Yan, mahirap magsulat sa PowerPoint. Yan. Ano nangyari yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pasobat na tayo ng konti. Yan. Alright, so let's have our label. Gawin by 2s para abot siya hanggang 20. Let's have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. Tama ba? 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Alright. Pasensya na sa sulat, guys, ha? Para ako, feeling ko, ako, elementary or kinder nag-aaral magsulat ulit sa PowerPoint. So, let's have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. Now, ayan, ang origin natin, lagi naman yan, 0. Yan. Sige, unahin natin, C1, no? 0 and 12, tapos 20 and 0. 0 and 12 daw. So, 0 ang X, 12 ang Y. Dito tayo. So, itong point na ito, yan, 0 and 12. Tapos 20 naman ng X, 0 naman ng Y. Ito siya. Sa point na yan. Okay, now i-connect natin sila. And kunyari ulit, pantay. Yan. Ito ang ating line for our first constraint. No? C1. Label natin as C1. Kung gusto nyo 1 lang, okay lang naman yan. Wala akong problema sa labeling, basta alam nyo yung nilalagay yung labels. No? At alam nyo yung ginagawa nyo, of course. So, for C2, we have 0, 14, and 12, 0. So, 0 na X daw, and 14 na Y. Yan. Tapos, yung pangalawa, 12 and 0. Kapalanin muna natin ito. Oops. Kapalan natin 12 and 0 for our next na point. Ito. Yan. Guys, ang gawin siguro natin, sige, para makita ninyo ng mas maganda. Before ko ituloy yung C2 na line, no, ang gamitin natin for C1 is white. I-shade ko muna to para mas ma-realize ninyo yung nangyayari sa shading. No, kasi mas dumadami ang ating constraint, mas lumiliit ang ating feasible region. No, so sa ating shading ipapakita ko sa inyo kung anong nagiging reaction niya, no, yung changes. Yan. Kunyari pantay-pantay Yan. Sige, white ang gamitin natin for C1. Oops, okay, nairaos. No, so for C2, let's have ano bang kulay? Orange, no? Orange tayo. Para kita pa rin sa violet. Sige, for C2, ito ang ilagay natin. 0 and 14 daw ang unang point. And 12 and 0. Yan. Then connect natin silang dalawa. Yan. Alright. Now, kung titignan nyo, ano nangyari? Itong may shade na to for C1, itong area na to, wala na siya ngayon. Dahil sabi ni C2, hindi, hanggang dito lang tayo sa guhit ko. No, pero may nadagdag sa kanya, maliit itong part na to. No, nawala naman sa C1. No, so label natin ito, C2. Tapos mag-shading tayo. Sabi ni C2, dyan lang. Yan, dito lang daw. Wala, hindi kasama yung nandoon sa labas niya. Yan. Hanggang dito, kasama yan, ha? Kasama yan. Yan. Then, dito tayo for C2. Yan. Okay na. Now, for C3, gamit tayo ng ano bang okay na kulay. Blue. Ito. For C3. For C3, our point, balik tayo sa kabila, no? 0, 20, and 10, 0. So, 0, 20, 0 daw yung X, 20 ang Y. Dito tayo. And yung pangalawa ay 10 and 0. So, 10 and 0. Yan, dito tayo sa part na to. And of course, we need to connect them. Parang yung ginawa natin sa kanilang dalawa, sa naunang dalawa. At napipindot ko. Lang ha. Yes. So, connect. Yan. Yan. Kung titignan nyo, yung area na to, ng orange, no, nawala na. Kasi sabi ni C3, hanggang dito lang daw sa part na to. Pero may dumagdag, no, yung area na to naman. Nawala before kay C1 and C2. So, label natin as C3 ito. And start tayo ng shading for C3. Blue to blue lang. Yan, hanggang blue lang tayo. Yan. Alright. So, yan. Okay na tayo. For C3. Ngayon, kung titingnan ninyo, nagkakaroon tayo ngayon ng feasible region. Ang feasible region is the region kung saan nag-overlap yung shaded part ng tatlong constraint. No? Sige, for feasible region, para makita nyo, ibang kulay naman ang gamitin natin. Gamit tayo ng, anong kulay ba maganda? Sige, gamit tayo na itong red. Meron bang mga light na red? Wala. Sige, red. Ito, pwede na yan, no? So, for feasible region, kung titingnan nyo, yung part na nagpatong silang tatlo, no, nagsama-sama silang tatlo is ito, pataas, syempre. No, so, yung part na yan, ito, corner. Ang nilalagay ko yung mga corners, ha? Ito. Tapos, ito. No, so, meron dito. Sa part na yan. And, again, titingin lang kayo sa loob dahil maximization tayo. So, sa part na yan. Tapos, ito. No, sa ibabaw ng orange. And, of course, ito. Intersection ng blue and orange. At, ito. Pababa na tayo. Dito sa point ng 10 and 0 ay blue. Yan. Tapos, papunta dito kay 0. So, ibig sabihin, ang ating feasible region is yung region na nandito. Ayan. Yung nasa pula. No, I hope, na i-imagine nyo, ay na-appreciate nyo. Using our usage of different colors. Ayan ang ating feasible region. Now, may mga nagtatanong last time sa akin, paano daw ba ginagawa yung labeling? Ano daw ba yung point na A, yung sa B? Actually, wala. No? Bahala kayo kung saan nyo ilalagay yung label nyo na A, yung B, yung C, yung D. Basta, hindi nyo malilimutan and mas madadalian kayo. Ako kasi in my case, no, personal na ko na to, na mathematics technique ko na. Yung A and B and C, yun yung mga point, yung mga unang part ng alphabet, no? Yun yung mga kino-consider ko as mga point na yung isa sa coordinate pair niya is 0. Para hindi ako mahirapan mag-solve, direct substitution na lang sa ating objective function. No? So, ano-ano yung mga point na yon? Unahin natin itong 0, no? Pero sabi nga natin, if 0 ang value ng x sub 1, 0 ang value ng x sub 2, malamang wala din profit. No? So, hindi natin siya sinasama na. Ito yung kinoconsider ko na A. Tapos, kasi ayun yung mga may 0 na eh. No? Ito, 10-0. Tapos, itong 12-0. Ayun yung magiging B. No? And, ang magiging C ko, pwedeng ito or pwedeng ito. Kahit ano na sa dalawa. No, pero for now, ito ang gamitin nating C. Tapos, ito ang D. Yan. So, sige. let's have now our points. No? So, for point A, dito na lang tayo mag-solve. Or gusto nyo iba na lang? Dito na lang. Pwede na yan dito. No? Point A. Point A natin, sabi sa point A, that is 10 and 0. No? So, 10 and 0 ang point A. Ibig sabihin, ayan yung isa-substitute natin sa ating objective function na ito. 7x sub 1 plus 6x sub 2. So, we have 7x sub 1 plus 6x sub 2. No? So, 7, substitute natin yung 10 plus 6 and 0. So, cancel ito. Therefore, ang ating magiging value ng ating profit will be 7 times 10. And that is 70. No, 70. Balikan natin yung table. Sir, 70 lang ba? Sabi ko kasi sa table, lahat ng ating profit is in thousands, no? $1,000. So, basically, ito ay not just 70, but is $70,000 for point A. Now, I hope you get it. Let's now move on to our point B. For our point B, this is, ito siya, no? So, 0 and 12. 0 and 12. Now, 0 and 12, substitute natin sa equation ng ating objective function na 7x sub 1 plus 6x sub 2. So, 7, magiging 0 na itong x sub 1 plus 6 and 12. This is cancel. So, 6 times 12 is 72. Tulad sa una, that is in thousands. So, 72,000. Now, which is higher? Point B or point A? So, basically, ang mas mataas is yung point B, 72,000. But wait, there's more. Sabi nga natin, hindi lang ayan ang points natin. We still have point C and point D. So, gamitin natin yung next na slide for point C and point D. And guys, mag-change ako ng kulay, no? Kasi medyo hindi masyadong kita yung red sa violet. Ayan, mag-white na ulit tayo. So, for point C, again dito, point C, pansinin natin, ano ba yung meron sa point C? No, sabi dito, si point C, intersection siya ng orange and ng white. Ano yung orange? C2. Ano yung white? C1. So, ibig sabihin, pagsamahin natin yung equation ng constraint number 1 and yung constraint number 2. No, nakukuha po. So, ibig sabihin, lagay natin dito, i-note natin na intersection. Ito, ginagawa ko lang ito para mas madalian kayong intindihin. Pero you don't need to input lahat ng mga notes tulad nito. Of constraint 1 and constraint 2 para mag-gets ninyo. Yan. So, equation ng constraint 1 and constraint 2, lagay natin. Constraint 1, 12 x sub 1 plus 20 x sub 2 equals, equate na ulit natin sa 2, 4, kung naalala, kung nakakalimutan, saan nang galing yan? Again, dito lang din po sa ating mga table. Ayan, 12, 20, and 240. Constraint 2 will be 14, 12, and 168. Okay, balik tayo doon sa ating computation for point C. For C2, we have 14 x sub 1 plus 12 x sub 2 equals 168. Now, if gusto nyo unahing i-cancel yung x sub 1, wala pa akong problema doon, pero ang naging way ko na kasi is lagi na unang tanggalin yung x sub 2, and kapag ganon, no, i-multiply lang natin sila, baliktaran kung ano yung coefficient ng x sub 2 nila. No, so, etong 12, gawin natin dito, multiply to 12. Ito, gawin natin, para may isang magne-negative, no, dito sa dalawang yan. Gawin natin negative 20. So, yan. Okay, so 12 times 12, that is 144. X sub 1 plus 20 times 12, we have 240. X sub 2 equals 240 times 12, 2,880. For the 14 times negative 20, we have negative 280 x sub 1 plus 12 times negative 20, we have negative 240 x sub 2. Or kapag ganyan, kahit hindi mo na ilagay yung plus, no, direct na natin na negative. Yan. Kasi same lang naman din siya. So, white ulit tayo. Negative 240 x sub 2 equals negative 3,000 something. No, 168 times negative 20 is negative 3,000, negative tuloy. Negative 3,360. So, yan. Pwede na tayong mag-cancel, no? Ito, cancel na sila. Kasi negative and positive 240. Now, 144 plus negative 280, magiging negative 136 x sub 1 tayo. Equals, ito, mas malaki din yung negative 3,000, no? So, mangyayari negative 3,360 plus 2,880. That is, if you perform that in your calculator, negative 480. So, para makuha yung point ng x or yung value ng x, divide natin both sides sa negative 136. So, negative 136. And that will give us a value of negative 480 divided by negative 136. That is 60 over 17 or equals to 3.53. Okay na. Pwede yan na, guys. Ginawa ko lang pong fraction para ito muna yung gagamitin natin na pang-substitute sa magiging equation natin for as part of the calculation to find the x sub 2. Na mas madali kasing gamitin ang fraction dahil yung pinakadulong decimal niya makukuha natin. No? So, gamitin natin yung pwedeng ito, pwede ring ito. No? Pero gamitin ko na yung equation 1, yung equation ng C1 natin for looking for the value of x sub 2. So, sige. Ang C1 natin is 12 x sub 1 plus 20 x sub 2 equals 240. 12 multiply sa 60 over 17 na nakuha nating value ng x sub 1 over 17 plus 20 x sub 2 equals 240. Now, itong part na to is equivalent to 720. Perform nyo sa calcu over 17, no? Plus 20 x sub 2 equals to 40. Lipat sa kabila, magiging minus. So, we have 20 x sub 2 equals 240 minus 720 over 17. If you perform that difference sa calcu, ibibigay niya sa atin is 3,360 over 17. No? And para makuha yung value ng x sub 2, divide natin both sides sa 20. Cancel. X sub 2 will be 3,360 over 17 divided by 20. That is 168 over 17 or decimal niya equivalent to 9.88. Ibig sabihin, we have coordinate pair for point C na 3.53 and 9.88. Nakuha po? Now, i-substitute natin ito. Pwedeng ang i-substitute natin yung fraction, ha. Pwede rin naman yung decimal. I-substitute natin sa ating objective function. Mas maganda fraction ang gamitin natin. No? So, objective function natin, we have, again, 7 x sub 1 plus 6 x sub 2. No? So, 7, ang value ng x sub 1 natin, 60 over 17 plus 6 multiply sa ating value ng x sub 2 na 168 over 17, no? Equals 84. And sabi natin, that is in thousands. So, 84,000 ang value ng ating point C. Now, which is highest? Now, no, A, B, or C. Sabi natin sa A, 70,000. Sa B, 72,000. Wala sila. No? Pareho silang mas maliit compare kay point C na 84,000. So far, we have the highest point, no? Point C na 84,000. Sige, for point D naman tayo. So, point D. Ano kaya yung coordinate ng point D? Meron ba or wala? No? So, mukhang wala. Dahil ang point D, kung titignan natin, intersection siya ng ating orange and ng ating blue line, which is the C2 and C3. So, C2 and C3, ayun ang gagamitin natin to solve for the value of point D. Lagyan natin dito para maalala natin, intersection, mali pa, no? Lumalagpas pa, no? Sabi ko sa inyo, para akong elementary or kinder na nag-aaral magsulat eh. Ay nako, new normal. Sige, so intersection of C2 and C3. Okay. Yan. So, C2 and C3, lagay natin yung equation nila. For C2, we have 14 x sub 1. Ito yun yan ha. Ito, pareho lang po. Ang may dagdag lang C3. Which is, ang C3 natin, kung babalikan natin sa table, is ito, 20, 10, and 200. Huwag pong kakalimutan. Okay, sana tayo. 14 x sub 1 plus 12 x sub 2 is less than or equals to 168. For the C3, we have 20 x sub 1 plus 10 x sub 2 less than or equals to 100. Now, if kukunin natin yung point, again, diretso na po natin sila sa equalities. Sige. Let's now, anong gagawin natin? 12 and 10. Ito, pwede na itong gawing equal. No? Equal na natin. Equal. 12 and 10, multiply natin. Itong equation na to 10. Tapos, ito to negative 12 para may magne-negative ulit. Negative 12. Okay. So, 14 multiplied to 10, we have 140 x sub 1. Plus 12 times 10, we have 120 x sub 2 equals 168 times 10. Dagdag natin ng 0. 1680. And dito naman, 20 times negative 12, that is negative 240 x sub 1 minus ito, 120. Ito yung goal natin, no? Matanggal yan, makancel yan. Equals 200 times negative 12, that is negative 2,400. Okay. So, add natin tong dalawa, 140 and negative 240, that is negative 100 x sub 1 equals, ito, mas malaki yung negative, no? So, pag in-add sila, magiging negative 720. Divide natin to sa negative 100. Cancel, cancel. Divide to negative 100. Walang cancel baka cancelin nyo rin. So, x sub 1 equals negative 720 divided by the negative 100, that is 7.2. Yan, decimal na, no? Kasi eksakto siya. Yan, 7.2. I-substitute natin yung 7.2 sa ating first equation. Again, hindi lang sa first, pwede rin to sa second. Depende kung saan gusto nyo. No? So, dito na lang tayo. So, 14 x sub 1, copy muna. 12 x sub 2, 168. So, 14, substitute natin yung 7.2 na nakuha natin sa value ng x sub 1. And magiging 100.8 ito. No, 100.8 plus 12 x sub 2 equals 168. Lipat sa kabila. We have 12 x sub 2, 168 minus 100.8 12x sub 2 equals, magkakaroon tayo ng 67.2 if you perform sa calcu. Divide natin pareho sa 12 to get the value of x sub 2. And it will give us a value of 5.6. Meaning, ang point D natin is 7.2 and 5.6. Ayan yung coordinate pair natin. We can now substitute this coordinate pair sa ating objective function, no? If naalala nyo pa, ang objective function natin is 7. Wala ang aking ink. We have 7 x sub 1 plus 6 x sub 2, no? So 7 multiply natin sa value ng ating point D, which is 7.2 plus 6, and dito ay 5.6. This will give us a total of 84,000. Kanina, sabi natin wala na yung A and B, no? Napakaliit ng value nila compared sa C. Now, check natin which is higher. No? Point C or point D? Balikan natin. Ano ba yung value ng point C? Ito, 84,000. Eh, sir, ganun din ang point B. O, 84,000. Paano po kaya yun? No? Ibig pong sabihin, okay lang. Pareho po sila na optimal solution. Kung babalikan niyo yung topic natin, di ba? Ang topic natin is linear programming special cases. No? Special case po kasi yung ganyan. And specific topic natin, di ba? Alternate optimal or optimal ba yun? Optimum yung gamit. Sige, kahit ano naman, pareho naman. Optimal solution. No, ibig pong sabihin, ang sagot natin is yung point C at yung ating point D. No, kasi pareho sila na magbibigay sa atin ng profit na $84,000. No, kaya po siya naging alternate optimal solution. Ibig sabihin, kahit ano yung point ang gamitin mo sa dalawang ito, okay lang. No, dahil ibibigay niya sa atin ang final na pinakamalaking solution. No, ito yung ating final answer, yung dalawang point na yan. Ibig sabihin, yung Honda, for them to be able to produce their two products, no, kahit ano pong combination ng kanilang raw material ang gamitin nila. Raw material ba yun? Kahit anong combination ng number of units ng Accord and Civic ang gamitin nila, no, mag-a-adhere po yan. Kahit anong sa dalawang yan, mag-a-adhere yan pareho sa kanilang constraints. No? So, ayan ang ating answer for this problem ng Honda. No? So, point C and point D. Isulat natin yung coordinate, no? Sa point D, ito ay 7.2 and 7.2 and 5.6. No, for the D. For the C, ano ba yung value ng C natin? Yung decimal na ang ilagay natin. 3.53 tsaka 9.88. 3.53, 9.88. Yan. Ibig sabihin, kahit mag-produce sila ng 3.53 unit ng Accord tapos 9.88 unit ng Civic, ang profit is $84,000. Or kapag naman gusto nila 7.2 unit ng Accord sa 5.6 unit of Civic, profit pa rin is $84,000. No? So that is the alternate optimal solution, linear programming special case. I hope you learned something from this discussion, from this presentation, and I'm looking forward for the mastery of operations, research, and management science. Ganyan lang siya. No, wag pong kakalimutan lahat ng mga na-discuss natin from the first presentation dahil lahat po yan magagamit hanggang sa dulo. Magkakadugtong kasi yung mga topics na yan. No? So, I hope you learned something from this discussion. Thank you and keep safe always.